Renee Good's last words were, "I'm not mad at you," as an ICE agent pointed a gun at her face as she tried to drive away in the final seconds of her life, grace towards her killer. I'm walking home from a rally in her name, struggling to reconcile my values as an American with what happened to her body. I'm mad, and I don't think I'm alone.
That could have been any of us out there in the car, and it's time to do something.
I am tired of all of the Iowa representatives that represent me bending a knee and not doing what we need, not doing what we want, and lying about it.
Several hundred lined the Ped Mall in Iowa City. Signs, drums, pamphlets. And I know what you're saying. Another protest, what's the point? As I walk home, I pass Bread Garden, where a worker was pulled out by ICE agents. Not to lower crime, not to make our community safer, but to terrorize our neighbors. That happened just steps away from where this protest occurred, in Iowa City, at a place where you've probably bought a sandwich. And while protesters gather later tonight to process this newest violence, the state execution of an American citizen, Iowa's politicians are backing Trump to the hilt, giving cover and excusing what we all saw on film.
These officers are enforcing the laws of our nation. If you want to live in a lawless nation, then go to the nations where many of these people ran from.
They're counting on you to accept this, to get tired, to decide that it's not worth showing up. Because here's what this administration wants. They want you to feel isolated, afraid. They want your silence. They want you to accept that ICE can shoot American citizens in the face, to normalize federal agents as paramilitaries, to make tyranny feel inevitable. A peaceful demonstration says no, not inevitable, not acceptable, and certainly not normal. And I know it doesn't feel like enough, because it isn't enough. It doesn't bring Renee Good back. It doesn't arrest her killer. It doesn't take ICE out of our neighborhoods. But it does this. It creates a record that people refuse to accept this. It builds solidarity. It tells the powerful that we aren't looking away. The goal is to make this untenable for the administration and for Iowa elected officials who enable it. Untenable doesn't happen from one rally. It happens when enough people refuse to look the other way. To refuse to accept this, to refuse to stay silent. And that requires you, not someday, not when it gets bad enough, but right now. Renee Good offered grace to her killer in her final moments. That doesn't mean we shouldn't be angry. That doesn't mean we forgive the unforgivable. But it means we can refuse to let their cruelty make us cruel. We match their tyranny with solidarity, their violence with peaceful resistance, their terror with the courage to keep showing up for each other. That's what Renee showed us. That grace doesn't make you weak. It shows your strength. Here's what that looks like. Show up to your next rally, call your representatives, demand that they condemn this killing, stand with your neighbors when ICE comes to your community. Americans, real Americans, are choosing grace, they're choosing solidarity, and they're asking the same question of their neighbors: which side are you on?